Hi, hello, and thanks for joining me. I am Bev from Inkwell, and today I wanted to show you how to make another chutney. Beetroots are in season at the moment. I grow them in my garden every year, have done for the last 4 years. They're super easy to grow, and also I find one of the most versatile of vegetables that you can grow in your garden. Now, if you don't grow them, don't worry. They're everywhere at the moment in the supermarkets, and they are cheap because they're in season. Now, the humble beetroot can be eaten raw in your salads. You can make cakes with them. I've made a delicious chocolate cake with a beetroot before. You can roast them and have them with your Sunday dinner. Lovely bit of balsamic and some maple syrup and a bit of orange on there. You can pickle them, one of the more traditional methods of preserving the beetroot. And also you can chutney them. I have made this recipe before. It's super easy, and it makes a really good gift to give to people. I try and save jars where I can, so the jars don't cost me anything. Because I grow my own beetroot, that doesn't cost me anything either. Literally all you have to buy is a few more items. This will probably make about 6 to 8 jars worth of chutney, depending on your jar size, and it probably will only cost me £5 to make, which is great really if you want to save money in terms of giving presents to people. And this will save until Christmas time if you put it in a dark place and make sure that your containers are sealed properly. So a bit of a bonus all around with the old beetroot chutney. So like I say, it's a super easy recipe. The element that takes more time really is just the chopping. Now I've chopped and weighed the beetroot here. And I tend to chop it up quite small. The chutney is really good on cheese or your alternative meats or cold meats. And so if you are going to put this in a sandwich or on top of a cracker or something like that, then you do want the beetroot to be cut quite small. So we've got we've got 1.5 kilograms of beetroot here. This is raw beetroot. It's been peeled and chopped, and then I've weighed it after. You're also going to need some onions. This is 3 onions worth here, chopped to probably about the same size as the beetroot. I've used red onion, but you can use white onion, just whatever you've got in. You're also going to need 3 apples to be grated. Now, apples are in season at the moment, so if you can get out and pick some apples, there's plenty of trees about in the parks and on the roadsides and whatnot. And if not, get yourself some nice British apples from the supermarket. They are cheap at the moment. I got some Braben, but there's probably some Coxes out there as well. Just make sure they're the sweet apples and not the cooking ones. So 3 apples there, they've been peeled and grated. You're also going to need 3 oranges. You're going to need to zest the 3 oranges and then juice them. Got my juice here. And then you're also going to need, and I know this looks like a lot, it always does when you're making chutney, you're going to need some sugar. So this is 700 grams of I've used demerara here, but any type of light golden sugar will taste good in this chutney. Like I say, this is a lot of sugar, or it seems like it anyway. You could use a sugar alternative. I've never done that with chutney before, so I don't know what the outcome would be. I would think maybe that it wouldn't thicken up quite as well, but I mean, feel free to give it a go. like I say, it is a lot of sugar, but with chutneys, what you need to remember is that you're only using a tiny bit, really, and so please don't be scared of all that. And then we need some ground cloves, some cinnamon, some mustard seeds, some coriander seeds. I've got yellow mustard seeds here. It did say white or yellow in the recipe. Yellow are probably more prominent out there in the supermarkets. Some cinnamon, and then you're going to need some red wine vinegar. The recipe will be below this video, so you'll be able to check out all the ingredients again. Basically all you need to do is wang it all in a big enough pan. Have it on a sort of medium heat at first. You don't want to burn the sugar, but you do want it to cook. And you'll just need to cook it for about an hour, and you'll be able to tell when it's done because the beetroot will be fairly soft by that point. One thing I did forget to mention was to help you when you are cutting the beetroot to not get pink hands is to wear some gloves while you're cutting it. Just be careful you don't chop the ends of the gloves off though and they end up in the chutney. I use them and they've definitely saved my hands. So yeah. Once you've got everything in your pan then, what you want to do then is to get your jars together. If you are wanting to keep this chutney for quite a while, you will need to make sure that the jars are sterilised properly. And as I've said before, when I've made chutneys with you guys, you will either need to sterilise them in the dishwasher, or if you are hand washing, hand wash them first and then bang them in the oven for sort of 10 minutes or so, so that the heat then from the oven can kill all the nasties in there. So that's all to be done then whilst you're waiting for the chutney to cook. Like I say, it'll take about an hour, and you'll know because the beetroot will have started to soften up then. Okay, so it's been cooking for about an hour, has the chutney. I turned it off nearly 10 minutes ago now. Just let it cool down a little bit, and it thickens up a little bit then as well. And now I'm ready to bob in my jars that I've got down here. And then I'm going to seal them up once I've done that. And here we go. My jar of chutney. There's many more as well. So I'm going to store those in a nice dark place now, and then hand them out at Christmas time. Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed today and that you join me again soon. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and have a good week. Bye.